spit, God drop the show.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Royalty Gamers Podcast. I am Jersey the King, and today we're bringing you another video from the series USFL Fresh Start. What the heck's going on with this attendance, man? Supposedly the TV ratings are good, but as far as the in-game attendance, I'm not so sure about it. So sit back, relax, roll up if you got to, light up if you don't. It's 4:20 somewhere and it's time to smoke. Let's get high and let's talk about it. USFL Fresh Start. Let's roll.
Yeah, go.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, so far the games have been decent. They've been pretty good. We've got some good games on the field itself, and the players are really putting out effort there to make the experience good for the fans. But the problem is there's barely any fans at these games. So in a way, you're hurting your league by not making sure that people come to these games and allow these players to feel that full experience of playing in a professional football game. They're not getting that. The players are getting cheated. The fans are getting cheated by this league in general, and it's not fair. Supposedly, we're getting all these views for the games on television, but barely any of these games are selling out, in my opinion, from what I can see, over 1,000 people. Not at all. I'm not even sure if they're getting close. And I'm honestly not sure if they're even getting close, to be real with you guys. I'm trying to be nice, but I got to be critical as well. They're not doing a good job at all. I was watching the game with my wife, and I looked away for a second, and she looked at the screen. She's like, "Are the fans not allowed to go to the games?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? There's fans there." And then I look at the screen again, and she's like, "Are you sure?" And I look, and I'm like, where the heck is everybody? Like, where is everybody? And it kind of just messed my head up a little bit, because it's like, why aren't there fans in these stadiums like they're supposed to be? Main problem, two teams sharing a hub field in either Detroit, Michigan, Memphis, Tennessee, Canton, Ohio, or Birmingham, Alabama. So if you're not a fan of the Memphis Showboats, you have to travel. If you're not a fan of the Michigan Panthers, you have to travel. If you're not a fan of the Birmingham Stallions, you have to travel. And these are just for home games. So you're not going to get the turnouts that you want from your audience and your fans, and you won't be able to engage with the fans as much as you want if you're not, first off, marketing these teams the right way, especially with them doing this whole hub thing. For two, if you're not going to put the money in to going out and getting these teams their own fields so that they can play at their own field in their own city instead of having to travel hours away just to play a home football game. It makes no sense, and it's hurting the USFL right now. I don't care how they want to look at it. It's hurting them. You can sit here and preach to me all you want about the TV numbers and the TV ratings and the viewership numbers on TV and how many people are watching the game on TV. How many people are present? How many people are there to give those players that experience, like, hey, we got to put on a show for these fans that are here. Not just the fans that are watching on TV. We got to put on a show for these fans that are here. But the problem is there's barely any fans there. So it's like, what are they doing it for? They're not going to get the exposure that they really want and need if they don't get to really put on a show and showcase their skills. If they have no one to play in front of, they're not going to put their all into it. I don't care. That's why these games have just been decent and not great. Now, the games that you've had pretty good crowds at, Memphis Showboats home games, Alabama, the Birmingham Stallions home games, and the Michigan Panthers home games. That's about it. Other than that, you're not getting good crowd turnouts from these other teams because their teams have to travel, and it's not fair. It's not fair at all. New Orleans Breakers 4-1. Best team in the league right now. They have to play in Memphis, I believe. Why? Go get them a field in New Orleans. There's got to be somewhere they can play. University of Louisiana, something. There's got to be somewhere that they can play where you can go and get some type of contract for the league, for the New Orleans Breakers to play somewhere in Louisiana. The same with New Jersey. Nobody's using East Rutherford right now. Now, don't get me wrong. There is going to be an issue. Hell, use the old Giant Stadium. I don't care. But the Meadowlands, something. Do something. Get these teams home fields. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, I'm sure you can find a field for these teams to play at. If the XFL can go and do it, you guys can go and do it. And then it makes it easier because it allows your teams to go and possibly have a practice facility in their city that their team represents or whatever the case is as well. And then, boom, you get interaction with the fans. Now you have more meet and greets with the fans. You go out and every week, do something. The XFL needs to do the same thing, but every week, do some type of meet and greet with the fans. Do some type of event to where it brings the fan engagement with the players closer. It makes it to where it shows that the team not only wants the fan support, but the team wants the fans to enjoy what they're going to be seeing on that field at those home games and enjoying the experience of going to those home games. So go and find them a field. You guys are failing by not having a field for all your teams to play their home games at in their respective cities. You're failing at that, and it's bad. You guys need to do something as a company. Hell, Fox Sports, you own them. What are we doing? Why don't we have the funds being put into this league for it to succeed? Yeah, the first year, the whole thing worked. Whatever. You actually got a good attendance. But you're telling me that you're fine with 100 people being in the stands, but supposedly in week 1, the Philadelphia Stars Memphis Showboats game had 840,000 people watching. New Jersey versus Birmingham had 860,000 people watching. Michigan versus Houston had 970,000 people watching. And Pittsburgh versus New Orleans had 480,000 people watching on TV. But no one was at the games? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just saying. And if you want to be real, New Orleans numbers are horrible as far as viewership. The New Orleans games, their home games, look, week 2, 130,000 people watched. Week 1, 480,000 people watched. Lowest on the list. I'm just saying, like, if these people are supposedly watching, why aren't they going to the games? Because they got to travel. Why are you forcing these people to, why are you forcing us as fans to have to travel to see these games? Just to represent the team and cheer on the team and support the league. Why? Why are you forcing people to do that? And it's not a good look. And I'm sure all you guys out there would agree that if the USFL teams had home fields in their respective cities, possibly even training facilities, or at least be able to hold mini camps in their hometowns or in their home cities that their team represents, would they not get more fan engagement? Would they not have a better attendance number as far as in-game attendance? People actually coming to the stadiums and watching these games. If you guys feel the same way, please let me know in the comments. I definitely want to hear from you guys. Let me know if you feel that the USFL is dropping the ball right now by not, and I mean this in the most respectful ways, not being smart enough to go out Because if you're going to copy the XFL with certain rules and certain things that they do with the whole mic'd up innovation and all that, and you're in a way competing, go full-fledged and go get them some fields. Go get your team home fields. And all my viewers out here, I know you guys would agree with me when we say this to the USFL. Go get your team home fields. Because if you're planning on expanding or doing whatever you're doing with these copyright and trademarks that you're requesting for old 80s teams and stuff like that, if you're planning on expanding, which I kind of feel that they are, I don't think they're just going to do it for merchandise purposes only, but if you're planning on expanding, you gotta get out of this whole hub crap and get your teams a home field in their respective cities, or it's not going to work and you guys are going to fold. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really want to hear back from you guys. Do you guys think that the USFL is hindering theirself as a league by not having these home teams having a field, these teams having a home field in their respective cities? Let me know what you guys think. I'll be bringing you some more content next week. We'll be recapping week 6 of the USFL. So stay tuned for more USFL Fresh Start videos. Again, this is Royalty Gamers and Podcast. I am Jersey the King. I love y'all. Have a good one, man. Peace.
I'm so raw. Yeah, boy, I'm so raw.